see the universe tried everything to make it work. We can't stop, no, we can't stop the sky from falling. Lights go down. Do you even know if I'm even around? And I have found lights that make me blind, and I'm losing my mind.
Hey guys, welcome to my video, and this video is about Tsar and Rupture Arthur, and it's a beast. And I had 2 games at Castle, and I had like 3 games in a row in Castle, and I'm not complaining because I love the map. But yeah, I'm running around with my Hellburner trying to get this guy here who was in Ares, but it ended up being Invader taking that guy out. So this part is fast forwarded by ×2 because it is a little bit irrelevant to what I want to showcase. So beacons are going off everywhere, and what I'm trying to do is deal enough damage so I can spawn into Titan and just play the Titan as much as possible. So I still have my phase shift at this point, and the Scourge and Spark won't miss a shot against Phantom if you just direct your aim just in the same direction where Phantom is going. So yeah, this guy just spawned right into Leech, so I had no chance. But I saw 3 guys there, and I saw my Zenith Fury, but I held in that temptation and spawned in at by the bridge, just in my 40 fire Bulwark, and because there was 3 guys at home, I kind of trusted them. You should never trust your randoms, but in this case I thought, yeah, they got it now, and it was a good decision for me to spawn here. I could have turned back and kind of helped out. I also have the sharpshooter on this Bulwark, so I could play that mid-range, but the reason I kind of moved forward and tried to engage was because I wanted that Titan gauge to fill up, which is filled up now. I can spawn in Titans. Yeah, I'm being a little bit more aggressive just because I want to spawn in my Titans as soon as possible, but I just don't want to ditch a bot. I want to try to kill as many as possible before I go down. So the fortifier, I have 2 fortifier and last stand on this build, which I also did a video before. I think I did a video with the 3 fortifier, which was crazy. And yeah, this teleporting Falcon wasn't necessarily fun, but I was able to shred this guy. This guy wasn't traditionalist with the 3 thunders, and I'm moving a little bit closer, and it seems like they are spawning in at their home because I guess they felt their home was threatened, and I'm healing, and my last stand is gone, and yeah, so this part is like probably not strategic at all, but yeah, I just want to spawn in my Arthur. But yeah, this was actually a good matchup. If I had enough health, it would have been fun to watch, but I didn't, and I ended up losing to this Fenrir with the Punisher and Avenger. So now I'm spawning into my Arthur, so this is what the video is all about. So one thing I did notice with this particular build, Tsar, Rupture, Arthur, is that it can safely play that powerful mid-range without even getting a scratch. It's got its shield. The weapon tends to bypass most of the regular robots' damage resistance. So yeah, it's just a powerful. It's got splash too, so you could kind of tell how Fenrir was trying to hide, but it was still getting the damage in. And it's a powerful mid-range, and if you stay out about at like 500 meters, just exploiting that the range and using it how you kind of should, people tend to understand how destructive this build can be, and many people tend to just sacrifice their Aojun and try to kill this. So instead of just staying at mid-range and just kind of chipping away, I decided because if Aojun comes by, you can't do anything because Titans don't have active modules, and obviously the quantum radar is not available. So I'm using blast wave at this point. It gets enemies within 100 meters, so that was kind of cool. So it does some of the brawling, but I still think that other robots should kind of bounce off a little bit further, because some bots tend to just kind of not bounce off too much and just kind of get right to your face and you can't shoot them down. Anyways, so I'm a direct counter to this Arthur, basically, because my splash damage is getting through his shield, and I'm actually blocking his weapons with my shield. Yeah, and instead of just waiting for highly mobile Aojun to come and counter me, I decided to just kind of use my shield as a brute force and go right up to enemy's face. And I know that my weapons are more optimal at 500 meter out, but just look at how tanky this is. Like, look how tanky this is. Like, if in future if they make like a brawling weapon for this, yeah, it will probably like just wipe out every other brawlers, because it's got that blast wave as well. And I think the shield is still on me, so oh no, I think it blew away. But look how much health I have left, 335k HP, and that was just one push and everyone just went down, like even with the blast wave. So the score might not be like as impressive as the Ao Ming video that I did, which was like 4 million, I think maybe close to 5 million with playing like 7 minutes. But look how dominant it was, and I got the same map back to back. So, and this is not the same game. I got Castle 3 times in a row, and basically I did get a Springfield map and Dead City, but those games, I think Dead City one, it was like 3 minutes, and Springfield one was like 5 minutes, and all of my teammates were in flux, so that was not really showcasing the Titan. However, in this match, enemy side tended to be more aggressive, so it was more interesting than the previous one. I think spawning into this build would have been nicer if my team had 3 beacon lead and I had time to recharge my shield back and forth, but I spawned into this at the moment, and look at that Spark Scourge Phantom. I think that's a pretty decent build since Lokis are less around now, and thank you for that. Thank you for the shield and protection to that Ares player. Now I'm recharging my shield, and hopefully I can provoke this player and create 1 versus 1 chance. I know he's gonna teleport back, but just trying to do as much damage as possible. And we had 3 guys, almost took him out, but we weren't able to completely take him out. That guy had quantum radar, so Aojun was gone. So the bridge beacon is basically empty, and 1 could spawn in at this point. So I'm looking around to see whether my teammates were coming with me, but one guy spawned in at their home, which was nice because I could just walk straight up and get this beacon. And that Aojun guy had pretty good landing. Invader and Leech was my matchup in this case. The Ares, I think it would have been nice if the Ares guy used used up his shield a little bit later, but I'm recharging my shield again, like how I should use the Bulwark, and I could get some damage in from here on that invader. And at this point, I probably realized that I could spawn into my Titan. So if I was in Arthur, I think I would have took out like both of these guys, but I'm in my Bulwark. This guy ended up getting too close to me. Used up heal, but I'm outnumbered, and hopefully I can kill this guy. And I was able to kill this guy, so that wasn't a bad run. But their backup ended up coming, so I die here, but I can spawn into my Arthur now. So I am being super aggressive. Okay, look, how many guys are there? This guy had another arrow, so it made it look like they had 4, but it was 3 guys. Use that blast wave, get 2 at the same time. So like the last game, I'm actually brawling with this, and it was quite exciting. On the one hand, I was kind of testing how good Arthur would be at brawling, even with the mid-range setup. Bypassing damage resistance is huge, and someone was behind me. Boom, he's done. And the Falcon, if it's a max Falcon with like different types of defensive pilot skills, one-on-one with Leech, you can't. The Falcon definitely wins, but against the Titan, Falcon is just another regular bot. So there's a Fenrir, boom boom, and it's an easy target for the Arthur. So I think if you want to counter the Arthur with the Fenrir, I think the best way to do that is use Igniter and Amber, keep the distance, stay away from the blast wave, because the weapons are enough to deal with, and I guess heal as soon as you get hit, because so that the cooldown comes back faster. So this part I thought I was gonna go down pretty quick, but this Ares with the shield helped out, and blast wave here and there was pretty awesome to use. So with brawling with the Arthur is rather exciting, because of the blast wave. It just makes it quite fun because it does so much, and this Aujin just got too close. So one of my weapon blew off, but that didn't matter at this point, because the blast wave cooldown came back rather pretty fast. I mean, that's how I felt. Having the shield and this Ares helping out as well, 100 meters. This guy could have used blast wave as well, but I used it and I stayed out of that 100-meter range. And my blast wave is back, and this Ares. So on the right, we have Ares train from the previous meta, but I think it's still pretty strong, because no one's running the shield breaker. So it was really interesting to see that kind of teamwork from just the random players. So on the right, I think people knew what was happening. So we had a kid, and I'm still alive. I'm still hanging in here, and I don't have much health, but I'm just about to use the blast wave. I wasn't able to get this guy with the blast wave, which was a bummer, because I think this guy would have went down. But even though if this guy was in stealth, I think my blast wave would just kill him. And he's close enough now. Bam, he's done. And what is rather interesting for this match, I want to say, my weapons all popped off, but my shield is still there. So that's an interesting thing to think about. So if you need a shielded bot, I think this is the way to go. And I know it's expensive, but I think just the basic standard one is grindable, and that still has 1 million hit points on its shield. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more contents like this, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. See you guys.